Hey guys, hey, how you guys are doing? Is you guys are doing? Cause no, I've had a migraine day, all day. Um, if you're new to my channel and that clicking noise is something that you're wondering what it is, that's my wife playing video games. We're in our bedroom, that's where the computers are. If you're wondering why I'm wearing shades, it's because my future's so bright. It just is. I felt nauseous. I took a Phenergan. I wish I could remember the name of this migraine medication. It starts with an S, but I can't remember it off the top of my head, and I'm not getting up. I'll try to remember it and write it down later, but it's a little kind of like oblong tablet, white, and it took like 4 hours to kick in, like 4 freaking hours. And I don't know if it was that kicked in, or if just my pain medicine finally kicked in, or I just laid here long enough. But like, it was to the point to where Evelyn couldn't play the TV. She couldn't like talk. She couldn't like, no noise, no nothing. Like, my head hurts so bad. I don't get migraines that often, but when I do, they're enough to put me out. So I didn't get anything done today. I had plans to finish cleaning the living room. Evelyn fixed our washing machine. I'm super excited. It was a $9 part, thank God. She is amazing when it comes to stuff like that. Like, she goes on YouTube, she looks it up, and then she freaking fixes it. And that $9 is all it took for her to fix our washing machine. So I have done all of our laundry, and now I've got them all settled into the living room, and I've sorted it all because I sorted it yesterday. Now that means that I need to put it up. But today was just not the day. So what was I going to talk about? Yeah, so I might need a possible revision, and that's something that scares me to death. If we can't get my vitamin K levels up, if we can't get TRICARE to pay for the injectable vitamin K, because so far TRICARE has said that they will not under any circumstances pay for injectable vitamin K. So that leaves me in a very, very hard place, because even though I'm taking supplements, doesn't mean that my levels are going to come up, and that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that my levels aren't coming up, and that, I'm going to have no choice but to get a revision so I can digest, you know, leafy greens and stuff like that. Now, if I was going to do a revision, I would get a duodenal switch. So that's what I talked about with Dr. Fromm. Like, I didn't really mention it to you guys because I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. I was hoping that we can fix the vitamin K issue, because other than that, I'm happy as shit. I have, bathroom problems, but other than that, like, I feel fine. It's whatever. But I would not go back to my original gastric bypass, and I would not allow myself to get back up to 300, 400, 500 pounds. The only reason I would even consider getting a revision is to make sure that I stay healthy. And I know that many of you might not understand. Many of you might think it's ridiculous, but vitamin K is a humongous deal. It is a humongous deal. Vitamin K2 comes from fermented foods. Vitamin K1 comes from all your leafy greens. It affects your mood. It affects your neural health. It affects your body. It affects bruising. It affects your blood. It affects how you think. It affects everything. And mine's at 0.7, which means that I barely register. This is not okay. And I have a feeling this is why, I'm having a lot more depression, why I'm having a lot more anxiety, why I'm so upset here, is that, the vitamin K level is just not playing around. And my vitamin D is on the very, side of low, so it's like 36. So it's just on that border of being low, so that plays a part in it. But that's also because it's hard to get light here because it's so cold and I don't go outside. But my mother-in-law, hold on, I'll show it to you real quick. Okay, my mother-in-law bought me this thing. Hold on. It's called a Happy Light, and I'm not going to look at it, so I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's called a Happy Light, and you put it on and you let it give you artificial sunlight without the harmful UVs. Now I have to get that out of my face like immediately because I have a headache. But if you use it right, it's supposed to help you with your sleeping. It's supposed to help you with SAD, which is seasonal affective depressive disorder. There's a lot of things that can help you with, like around 6 o'clock I start getting really tired. If I turn that on and don't put it in my face obviously, but like have it over here where it's just kind of shining on me like it would be like the daytime, I actually get more energy and wake up. So instead of being like exhausted and sleepy, I start waking up, which was nice. So she bought me what's called a Happy Light off of Amazon. You can look it up. I don't think it was that expensive. It looks like a tablet. It has where you can light it and darken it. You don't have to have it in your face. It says to do it about 24 inches away from you, and don't put it directly in your eyesight, obviously. But I thought a lot of you would benefit from this. It does work. It can take up to 2 or 3 weeks for you to see a really good positive thing from it, where it's actually working. So 2 or 3 weeks worth, and you have to use it every day, and you should turn it on when you wake up and then use it throughout the day. Like obviously you can turn it off and on as needed, but when it starts getting, well, because Evelyn, I have my eyes closed, I'm sorry. Evelyn works mids right now, which means that she's going to be going to work at 3 and getting off at midnight. Well, that means that I have to be able to stay up, and I start getting sleepy around 6 o'clock. So that's going to help me be more awake and be more active in the evening, so I'm not exhausted. By the minute she gets home, I'm ready for bed. So that's where I'm kind of sitting with that. My head is pounding. I thought maybe I was dehydrated. I told you guys I take hydrochlorothiazide, but I only take it every 3 days. So I've been doubling down on the water, which is what the phone is actually hooked up to, like sitting on right now, but I have downed 1.5, so that's like 90 some odd, like 97, 98 ounces of water today. I weighed 233 today. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm still on my lady time, so I'm kind of bloated and just feeling really nauseous and sick, and I don't feel very good, but it is what it is. I'm going to get a little closer in case you guys can't hear me. I am making more videos. I hope you guys are appreciating me being on here. I hope you guys are having fun with me just yammering at you. I'm feeling a little bit better in the mental department, so that's why I'm feeling like I can come on here and talk. Evelyn will be on mids until the end of March, so that means that I'm going to need to fill more time at night, which means that I think I'll be more apt to coming on and talking, and maybe even start doing live feeds again, because I remember you guys like that. It's just that the times that I would be on, you guys would either be in bed or you'd be eating dinner, or you know what I'm saying.
So it might be a little difficult, but let me know what you think. I used to love doing lives. It was fun for me. I thought about doing cleaning videos again. I don't have a tripod. It broke. So I don't really know what to do about that. Because if I had something to prop up the phone again, I'd be able to prop it up and push it down and show you guys what I'm doing, like cooking or cleaning up the kitchen or mopping the floor or whatever I'm doing. Folding clothes, little shit like that. Like, I enjoyed being able to do that a long time ago, and I think I would enjoy it a lot more now where I've got a lot of time on my hands. A lot of you mentioned that your local library has Audible apps. I don't like to listen to my books. And there's nothing wrong with people who do. It's just I'm very particular with people's voices, and I get annoyed really quickly. So unless somebody has like a phenomenal voice, like, I kind of just become disinterested and don't want to listen. So I prefer to have the book and read it in my own, head, like the voices that I come up with, the stories, the, imagery and stuff like that I can come up with myself is what I particularly care for. But back on the revision thing, because that's what this video is about. I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to go down that route. I think I would lose more weight again. That's not something I'm interested in. I think we would try the stitch first, where we would go in there and stitch up my stoma, so I would have less. I would have more sitting in my stomach and less going straight into my intestines. I think I would try that first before I just said, yeah, let's go ahead and chop me up. I'm still waiting on the appeal process to see if I can get a tummy tuck and abdominoplasty, which is where they actually go in and pull your stomach muscles together. I'm still waiting on that. But to be honest with you, with my vitamin K level so low, it's going to be very hard for me to get that done, because it could have a major problem with bleeding. So I'm not sure how that would work, even though we've looked at my hemoglobin, we've looked at my iron, we've looked at my clotting factors, and they all look great. That is a major surgery, so you kind of have to think about that, because you're chopping up like half your body. And then, the last thing I need is to bleed out on the table. So, there are pros and cons of this. It's just that I really need to figure out how to get my vitamin K up. I need to figure out how to get TRICARE to pay for injectables, because it's freaking me out, and that's all I can think about. I'm scared. I'm very scared about it. I don't know what to do, because this is the first time that I've had something I can't fix. It's the first time that I've had an issue with any of my vitamin-wise, any of my issues that couldn't have a shot or couldn't have, hold on, Evelyn's clacking. A shot or an injection or an infusion or taking more pills. This is the first time that I feel like I don't have an avenue, and it scares me. So that's kind of where I'm sitting at. I'm wondering, what's going to happen to me? How are we going to fix this? Because you can have early onset Alzheimer's, especially if it runs in your family with vitamin K. It does affect your memory, and that's just not something I'm willing to sacrifice. So the quicker that I can get on this, the quicker that I can try to get this fixed, the better off I'm going to be. And it's only been 2 years, and probably maybe a year and a half is what it's been since mine went into the toilet. So, excuse me, we're going to have to work on it. We're going to have to see what avenues I have, even if I have to constantly appeal to try to get those injectables, I will. I'm also thinking I'm going to ask my I'm also thinking about asking my my doctor for an injectable vitamin B12, just to kind of pep me up. I think all my levels are good in that area, but it certainly couldn't hurt. I think it might be a little better for me just to get a little bit more energy. I'm going to have her look at my potassium the next time I go in, just to make sure that my potassium levels are good, because I do take hydrothiazide or whatever, and it can deplete your potassium. I actually take a potassium supplement. That's the most annoying shit on the planet. I actually take a magnesium, potassium, and bromide supplement. And, it may or may not be enough. I don't know. I really don't know. So, anyway, guys, before I have an absolute stroke over her clicking that damn keyboard, I wanted to tell you guys that if nobody told you that you are loved, you are. I love you. If nobody told you that you're an amazing person and that you're beautiful, please believe me when I say it. I believe you are a beautiful and amazing person. You are kind and compassionate because you're here and you share your life with me. Excuse me. If nobody told you today that you would be missed and that you are needed and that you are wanted, please, please, please believe me when I tell you that you are wanted here every day. No matter what you want to talk about, if you want to rant and rave down in the thing about what's going on in your life, if you need to talk it out, write it down there. I will read it. I do respond a lot. I sometimes respond in videos. Sorry, I'm feeling nauseous again. If you just want to talk about the good things, if you want to talk about the bad things, if you want to talk about how stressed out you are, what's going on with you, how's your health, if something's going on in your family, this is a community. This is what I want. I want you guys to feel like you can come and get support here. I want you to feel like this is a family, because that's what it is for me. You guys make me feel like family. I see the same people post. I get to know you guys. I get to know your situations. It makes me feel good to know that you guys are still here after all this time. Some of you, are on my Instagram, and some of you are on my Facebook, and, I get to know you even more that way. So, you are wanted here on this channel. You are wanted on my Facebook. You are wanted on my Instagram. You are wanted in general. You would be missed. You would absolutely be missed. I would miss you. If nobody else in the world makes you feel like you're special and that you would be missed, please let me be the person that can do that for you. I feel like I need you guys, and I would miss you if you weren't here. If something is going on with you and you've got bad health and your anxiety and depression and all those things are creeping up on you, and you've got bills to pay and life is just raining down, please believe me when I tell you there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. It is okay not to be okay. You are absolutely enough. You are gorgeous. You are beautiful no matter what size you are. You're a fantastic person. You don't have to worry about anything, and I'm proud of you. I am proud of you for just being you. I'm proud of you for waking up and breathing today. I'm proud of you for stepping out of bed if that's all you could manage. I'm proud of you for eating. I'm proud of you for just being alive and being here and watching my journey. Sorry, I'm itchy. I'm appreciative that you guys spent some time with me today. I wanted to tell you how much it means to me, even though I've got a headache. I wanted to tell you guys that, you make my life better. You make my journey better. You guys make me want to be a better person. I've changed so much in the past 7 or 8 years, and it has a lot to do with you guys. It has a lot to do with how amazing you guys are and making me feel good about myself, and getting to know you. So I love your beautiful, gorgeous, amazing faces. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day no matter where the heck you happen to be in the world. And I will talk to you as soon as I can. Mwah. Bye.